Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Easy Mode. So last time I did some preparation work. Today we'll be going to the Duke's Archives, a journey which will start in Anor Londo, at the Anor Londo bonfire, rather. And just quickly I'll unattune. And reattune. 2 fire orbs, that should be plenty. Well, 12 rather, because they get 6 uses each. So previously we went down straight that way to basically tackle the majority of Anor Londo, all this stuff below us, basically. Today we'll be heading up to over there, to the Duke's Archives. Wondering if I should do the... No, I've already done these 2 chests. Okay, we're fine. This guy you can just run past, by the way. He doesn't pursue you for very long. I mean, you can kill him. Just bait the shield bash as always and swing a few times. Generally speaking, no need. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to a bow. Yeah, I don't have the stats to wield the Black Bow of Faris. And really I just want to shoot this thing. Doesn't matter if it does damage or not. This is the easiest way to deal with it. You just bow it. And ta-da! There's an invisible wall here which it cannot get past. And then use whatever ranged means you have to take it down. These things are fairly nasty to fight, so I'd suggest using ranged options or just running past. Fangbore Helm, not that I care. It looks kind of funny, but you'll see a lot of new players running around with it because they get it from the first Fanged Boar that they kill. And at that point it tends to be the best helmet they have, so they just look at the stats and say, oh, I need this, and equip it. It just kind of looks really ridiculous. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, fine, but I'm okay. How does this work? Meh, it's okay. I know it's not the same hood I had before, but you know, changing it up a little. Now right behind this corner there's another one. I'd suggest going past it just like this and then just legging it up here. And it can't get through. And you need to kill both of them to be able to activate this bonfire. Okay, I'll reattune my... Actually, I'll go for a combustion and a great combustion. And I also want to check how much does a level up cost me. Okay, about 10,000, so I can afford 2 of them. And let's also switch back to the Zweihander. There we go. Just take a sip of banana milkshake. I don't usually drink it, but we had some very ripe bananas in the house, so... Oh dear. Yeah, don't AFK right there at the top of the elevator. It's a bad spot to AFK. Now you need to be really careful with these guys. They do a lot of damage. and there's kind of a weirdness to do with this elevator. Well, any moving platform, I think. You cannot backstab them while you're on the elevator part that moves. So just now I got a backstab because I was just on the non-moving part. But as long as you're on the moving part, you cannot get backstabs. So, in case you're wondering why am I not backstabbing this guy even though I should be, yeah, it doesn't work while you're on that moving platform. Potentially moving platform. Nah, it's not too bad. Just wondering if I can one-hit the archer. I mean, with a great combustion it definitely could, but don't really want to waste that. Okay. Next, go over here to aggro that guy. And as I said, beware of these guys, they actually pack a decent punch and are fairly resilient. And there's a sorcerer here, a channeler, who can buff their damage even further, so... yeah, be careful, basically. Crap. Oh, just about far enough away in that corner. Okay. Now observe how I got the broken pendant. This is the item you need to get into the DLC. And he would... I think the golem spawns anyway. But he would not drop the broken pendant if I hadn't killed the Hydra and freed Dusk. Nice. I suggest going for very fast damage against this guy. Because otherwise he can teleport away and he'll be behind more enemies and it's just annoying to get to him and he can snipe you all the time. As I said, fast damage. Which is... no idea why I took damage from that, but still got the backstab. Should have interrupted me really, but... I suspect I started the backstab just at the same time as I got the damage hit. Okay, now I go up here and get a backstab, which also makes me immune from attacks against attacks from the melee guy. I don't think there's anything relevant at all on the other side. I rarely ever go there. But one thing that the game teaches you is definitely always look around the corner before you just go in there. Like that guy. If I just go in here, he'll jumping attack me when I'm not prepared for it. And this is now pretty high up. You can kind of see Anolondo below in the below the clouds there. Or I'm not sure if they're meant to be clouds or just fog. But, yeah, we are pretty high up. I think this might be the highest point in the game, actually. And you also notice how little damage I'm doing with a standard swing of the Zweihander, even though it's at plus 15, so it's quite a powerful weapon, but... It's just not powerful enough. And this is a mimic. Crystal Night Shield. I think that's pretty useless. Yep. It's yeah, it's just a standard Night Shield upgraded along the crystal path, which means I think it just does more damage, which is pretty useless on a shield. And it has decreased durability and can no longer be repaired. Okay, next follows a non-optional death. You can skip it, but the method to do so is definitely not intended by the developers. If you watch speedruns of the game, they do this method, so you can watch it be executed successfully there. The idea is you pull the lever to make the elevator go down, but then you run off to right here, and as the elevator's going down, as it's just started basically, you roll and you land on this railing instead of on the actual elevator. And then as it goes down, it passes by a level that you're not meant to be in yet, but you can hop off the railing into that level, and that allows you to skip the upcoming non-optional death. Yeah, just pointing that out, I guess. Okay, let's go get this guy. I suggest, unless you are confident parrying him, pulling him out here in the open. And then I guess fishing for backstabs works. No idea what this guy is supposed to do, but there we go. Doesn't drop anything. Few souls, I think. Yeah, 3,000. That's not too bad. And then up these stairs, we have a crystal lizard. There we go, it's dead. Now, for this upcoming death, as I said, it's non-optional. I'm going to equip the Dingy set. Don't think I've got anything that's got a higher curse resist. Let's see. Doubt it. Yeah, Dingy, definitely. And this is the set you get from from the Firekeeper at the damn it, Firelink Shrine. Sorry. When she dies, you can get this Dingy set and the Bloodstained Skirt. They are pretty useless. Don't look terribly cool, but they have incredibly high curse resistance while having very low resistance against anything else. As you can see, the physical values are fairly poor, but the curse resist is fairly high. And then I'll just equip a Ring of Sacrifice. Now, if you don't have anything that's got high curse resist, you can always go for the rare Ring of Sacrifice. But I would suggest just go through your equipment. You should have some stuff that's good against curse. For example, in Blighttown, I showed you where to pick up this set here, the Crimson set, which also has very decent curse resistance. So just equip something that's got high curse resist. I mean, you could go naked as well, but there's a chance that this boss can curse you, and curse is a bit annoying. And yeah, you can't kill it right now. It's pointless. There we go. But this is completely intended. You're meant to die here, basically. And now that we're done with it, we can unequip that Dingy set and go back to the Wanderer stuff. I know I had a different hood on earlier. Meh. I quite like the Wanderer set in terms of looks. Now, we kill this guard through the through the wall. And as we walk out, we get a little cutscene. I just love how this snake pulls the lever. It looks... I just like that animation. And they turn on this gramophone type thing, which makes these tentacle monsters really quite angry. But the snake's actually scared of the tentacle monsters, so they just run away. So as they run away, you can get a backstab and just kill them. Now don't idle about too much, because the tentacle monsters will walk up these stairs. They're kind of, I don't know, apparently that music, that noise drives them insane. Well, more insane. Now, one thing to keep in mind is these guys have very little poise. I don't think they've got any info. They are very easy to stagger, basically, so they're very easy to interrupt. They also drop humanity a fair bit, so I should actually equip my golden serpent ring. Covetous gold serpent ring, to give the correct name. There's a bunch of items in these cells around here. I don't particularly care. I mean, I'll get the items on the way back to show you, but generally speaking, I don't think there's anything super useful there. Okay, no humanities. Shame. They can drop them, and they are a decent way to farm them, but there's no guarantee, of course. These two, by the way, are non-aggressive. And they do not drop humanities. They're guaranteed to drop Soothing Sunlight and Bountiful Sunlight. And we can talk to this guy, and he just asks us to get him out, which we can do at a later stage. Even if you're not interested in doing magic, by the way. And this guy, when we save him, becomes a... he basically teaches even better spells than before. That item back there is a Firekeeper Soul, which allows you to upgrade your Estus Flask. So even if you're not interested in the magic, you still want to save him. I'd still recommend it. But you don't get the key until a little later into this area. Now I'd suggest going up here. Just doing a little turn and then climbing down. And that way you will have aggroed one, maybe two of the guys up there, but not all of them. Well, not all three. And then wait for a backstab. So, question is anyone else coming? Yes, you can see the shadow of the snake, mage, serpent, wizard thing. I don't know what their name is, but the way shadows work, you can see them from below, basically, as you just saw. I kind of saw the shadow of that lady. Even though I shouldn't have been able to. But, you know, it's how the game works. And then you just have one guy left to deal with. If you just go in here and try to kill the guys, which it can be done, it's not that difficult. But you have two of these serpent men in melee range, and the other guy, Gel, back here using magic. Which looks like lightning, but is actually magic damage. And it just... It's a lot more difficult than if you just run up here and bait them to run down the ladder. Okay, and pulling that lever turns off the music. Incidentally, if you die on your way down the stairs and respawn at that bonfire, it also turns off the music for some reason. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if that's just intended to make the area slightly easier if you're struggling with the tentacle monsters. But yeah, if you die as you try to descend down here, the music will also stop. You can also see that in these cells there tend to be enemies and occasionally items. I don't know what the extra key opens actually. But if you do go ahead and open the cells, close them afterwards. Because otherwise, if you ever go through here again, the door will still be open and that guy will be able to come out and attack you. Whereas if you close the door, he won't be. And I just find that quite funny. And yes, you can also kill these guys through the walls. But I don't think there's anything on this in this cell. Yep, just a way to hop down to the cell below. I like how they made it possible to close these doors as well as open them. It's a nice touch. The one thing I don't like about this place is that it really doesn't look like a library that's ever been used, basically. I mean, the repeated textures on the walls, I can forgive those, but the first stages looked like, you know, you could get to all the books, but this here, there's just no way. If you want to read the book that's over there somewhere in the center, there's no way you can get to it unless you're able to fly. Oh, this is what the extra key opens. Fair enough. I think this is just a large soul of a brave warrior, apparently. I thought you can get an armor set here, but it's slightly somewhere else. Oh, should have killed this guy through the door. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Anyone else? No. Just an enemy in here. So again, close the door behind you. And you're fine. Excuse me. This is a cell I came from. There's also a few guys back there in that cell, but there's no point to killing them. So now we can go up here. And behind the snake mage guy on that platform with the music player. Gramophone, if you prefer. That's where you got the key to open this up. But I think... I'm not sure if I can get it. Okay. There's nothing of real value here except for the maiden armor set and a white seance ring. I don't think the ring does anything at all. Or anything useful. It grants additional attunement slots. I guess it's worth considering. Yeah. And the maiden set is obviously useless in combat, I think. Does it have any decent resistances? Not really, no. It's very similar to the dingy set, slightly low, well, a lot lower against curses, slightly better against physical. But yeah, soft and well made, but does not offer much in the way of defense. I guess it's more for those people who like to cosplay in these games. Do I wanna... Might as well rest, actually. If you move out of your cell and instantly go left up the stairs, you do not aggro those two snake men. And the tentacle monsters are down in their cage, they're not coming up because the music's not making them angry. So you can just run past and you're fine. Since there's nothing else... Actually, no, I'll keep the gold serpent ring. You never know. Okay, next time we'll tackle the rest of the Duke's archives. No idea how far we'll get, but I'm trying to keep these episodes a little shorter. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.